Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Cassett, and last night we watched the Seahawks absolutely get destroyed by the buzzsaw that is the 49ers. Last night solidified the 49ers' playoff hopes, but was also pretty much the opposite to the Seahawks, who back-to-back weeks now running into buzzsaws in Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy. And now the question is, can the 49ers, with the talented roster they have, with a quarterback who's played 2 games in his career, make a run, a legitimate run into the postseason and to win the Super Bowl? People are saying that this 49ers team, with Brock Purdy at the head, can compete with this Eagles team that has been so dominant all year. Patrick, what do you think? Do you think this 49ers team is legit? And can the Seahawks actually make the playoffs, or is this is it over for them? Is the Geno Smith run over?
Yeah, I think it's time for Geno to write back. The Seahawks, I think their playoff chances are done. They're in the gutter. It was a great story, great feel-good story. And now let's turn to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, because Brock Purdy, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I know we've said this before on the show. Is Brock Purdy good?
Brock Purdy was making some great throws. Now, he had an interception clearly dropped, but that doesn't really change the game at all. Brock Purdy is a very good quarterback, and I think he can do just as much as Jimmy G would have done. Now, arguably, though, people would say that what Jimmy G could have done, his ceiling was also, subpar at best. But Kyle Shanahan, he knows how to get average white quarterbacks to perform well in the system.
I'm conflicted, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I sat in my class that I did not care about a month and a half ago. Okay, I predicted the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. What's happened since then? Jimmy G's gone down. Debo's gone down. Okay, Josh, Brock Purdy's been good, but I can't buy into it yet. I can't.
Christian McCaffrey, though, is going crazy right now in the absence of Debo.
But you can't, Josh.
I don't know if that's the case or not. Christian McCaffrey has to be probably one of the best, mid-season, go out and get a guy of all time.
Well, not to mention...
people are saying, Panthers fans, I understand you want to say that you won the trade, you get picks or whatever you get. I'm sorry. Giving away Christian McCaffrey does not equal picks. We don't know what those picks are going to be. We know Christian McCaffrey is very good at football.
Well, we also know that you get Olivia Culpo in the trade too, which is great for any fan base.
I'm not even sure who that is, Patrick. I won't lie to these viewers. But the Seahawks, at the beginning of the year, Geno Smith comes out, shows the world the Seahawks can be a team, and he's given some memorable moments. It seems like there's just no shot that the Seahawks can make the playoffs.
Well, here's the thing.
And is Geno Smith going to be the guy moving forward, Patrick?
No.
Do they go get a guy, or do they
Yes,
get Geno?
you go get a guy with 1,000 picks you have. That's what you do. But here's the thing. If you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you have some hope.
Yeah.
The Giants look terrible right now. You need a Commanders win Sunday night to beat the Giants, and guess what? You're kind of back in the
Probably
mix.
going to get one.
So, left hand up.
Who are we?
The Commanders.
Great point, Patrick. Last night in the game, there was yet another, and I hate that we have to talk about this. There was another roughing the passer penalty that eliminated a pick six. Now, let's be real. That pick six happens and counts, does not change the game at all, because the 49ers were going to win that game, whether they had those extra 6 points, 7 points potentially, or not. That's just how it goes. It would have been the nail in the coffin for sure, but it is tough. It is tough. And Nick Bosa is a guy who, listen, I don't know how you expect these dudes who are so big, so athletic, to sack quarterback in the way that they want the quarterback to be sacked.
Well, they want him to lay down on a pillow, Josh.
It's true. And I just don't, I don't know. We're not going to spend too long here. It is interesting that things we just don't know how to review things. Soccer a sport that's been around since Jesus knows how to review things and has updated their refereeing. I don't know how.
And there's never any controversial calls in soccer.
Never. Soccer is one of those sports where they get it right every time, and we're never sitting there talking the next day about, hey, soccer, did they get the call right or not?
Right.
Because they get it right. It's like in football, you have all these times where it's like, okay, did it 2 feet in or did they not get 2 feet in? No, but soccer, they get it right the first time.
Right.
And I think we need to be striving for that.
Yeah. I don't remember a Japan goal or anything. It's perfect system.
It's a system that works. And so I think the United States can learn something from them, from our friends, I guess everywhere. I was going to say like down south or like east.
Overseas? No, everywhere.
West. It's kind of, you're right. Our friends everywhere.
Yes.
We could learn a thing or two. Patrick, speaking of learning a thing or two, there's a coach. When you are becoming an NFL coach, you have a lot to learn. Probably, if I had to guess, there's probably a learning curve.
I think that's fair.
How do you operate a building? Because you go from a coordinator to a coach. And one person who has been pretty open about the learning curve that he's going through is Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel. Is that right?
Cool guy.
Did I get Mike
cool
McDaniel?
Guy. You got that right.
Wow. Listen, guys. I know you guys don't think that. I know you expect people on your screens to just know everything. I don't know everything, and sometimes names get switched. There's a lot of. We got Mike McDonald on the Ravens. Mike McDaniel. We got Josh
McDaniels.
It's a lot of names that are kind of pretty close, and they're jumbled up in my brain, and to file them out is tough. Mike McDaniel has the boys practicing indoors, some music, in preparation for the Buffalo game, and a storyline came out.
Josh, this is an interesting
storyline that people are even talking about it, and now I feel like we have to talk about it, is they, in a 50-degree game this past Sunday, 55-degree game this past Sunday, had heaters by the bench to keep the boys warm, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, now they're going to play Buffalo. You know what the temperature of Buffalo is going to be? It's going to be like below 32. And they need heaters in 55-degree temperature. They're going to freeze. Like, I think people in their brains, the expectation is the Dolphins are literally just going to be like ice cubes and like not be able to move or do anything.
Right. Well, I mean, let's look at it, Josh.
And having never played in an NFL game, I don't know. Is that true? If you live in Florida, does it just mean that you like...
Josh, their quarterback's from Hawaii.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even think about it. So the stories are right.
To Alabama.
True. Man, he's never played a cold game in his life.
Has he? I don't know.
What's to his record in the cold? Who's stat guy?
Stat guy looks like Owen forever.
Patrick, that wasn't... I didn't like that. What just happened there? The Grizzlies do the wave against the Bucks. This is a... This is kind of a disrespectful move. I don't follow basketball. But I know that if you're on the sideline participating in the wave, kind of disrespectful.
Josh, stop. The Grizzlies are fun. They're one of the best stories in basketball. Memphis is not a destination city. Ja Morant is exciting. He should... I'm not going to say he should be the face of the league, but like certainly is a very marketable player. The Grizzlies are fun. Whether or not they win a championship, that's a completely different story. But let's reward people having fun here.
Listen, you guys are professional athletes.
Oh, no.
You got to carry yourself in a professional manner. No, I'm just kidding. But I do think that was a very disrespectful move. I mean, you're up that big and you're doing the wave. That's equivalent of like...
But Josh, they get paid to play basketball too.
Yeah, you get paid to play. You get paid to play basketball, not do the wave. So maybe you should think about that next time you're up big. Me. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So James Strauss, I don't know if you're familiar with James Strauss. He's an inspiration to us all. He's buried quite a few franchises in his day. And it's always tough to be on the other side of it. He got banned on TikTok for a comment that I'm not even sure he quite understood the magnitude of. Needless to say, James Strauss is back, and the internet was rejoicing. Patrick, how do you feel about the situation?
Look, I don't know much about James.
You don't know much about James?
I don't know much about James. But what I can say is the stuff that I did see on the internet, people were very happy to have him back.
People were happy to have him back. Listen, I've been finding myself going down a niche side of TikTok that I think many sports fans have been around and known about for a while, but I did not. And so I'm learning these sports personalities. And James Draws is he's a staple. And listen, people rallied behind him. It made noise. James Draws was trending not on the sports trending page, on the national trending page. And that's just the kind of what he does. And so I just want to say, James, welcome back. We're glad to have you. Keep doing what you do. Patrick, Avatar 2 comes out today.
Yeah, Avatar 2, I mean, huge. I've been waiting years and years for this.
Tell me, what's the plot of Avatar 1?
Josh, I got no clue. I didn't really watch it. I don't really care. Look, this is what I know. I know James Cameron, right? That's his name? Right? The guy that directed it? Right?
I'm 20% sure.
Yeah, right. It's supposed to be great. I've seen bits and pieces of Avatar. Okay, Avatar's too long. Let's start with that. If your movie's over 2.5 hours, there's exceptions to the rule, but it shouldn't be over 2.5 hours. And what isn't Avatar 3 hours?
Is this one 3 hours? Let me look it up. I'll tell you what, Patrick. Here's what. I could not tell you the plot of the first one. I'm pretty sure. Here's what if I had to guess.
Isn't it
it's a Marine dude, right? That's
right. That's right. I forgot about the Marine dude.
He doesn't have legs, and he goes on this trip to the mining base because they're looking for their mine material, and then he goes and he gets an avatar body. Now I'm not sure what the cat to make friends with the people there. I guess so it's kind of befriend the Native Americans so you could take their stuff. In that kind of situation, I feel like is what they're saying in the movie, And then he falls in love with one of them, and they have some chemistry, and then she finds out that he's a human, and they have beef, and then he helps fight with them when the bad people who he's actually on the team of originally comes and tries to take all their stuff. And I thought we kind of tied a nice bow on that story. Apparently not. Apparently we needed some, I guess, more depth.
We needed it again. We needed more Avatar in our life.
Now, I will say the visuals do look pretty cool.
Okay, but
am I going to a movie just for visuals?
No. Josh, here's the thing. Isn't there a part of you that still thinks of Avatar The Last Airbender Avatar and not the blue people?
Yeah, there is. 2 hours 41 minutes. It was regular Avatar. Oh, this is 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Boom, see what I said?
That's about half a workday. Man, I'll tell you what, Patrick. I'm going to go see it probably tonight. Do you want to go?
That's 3 hours of my time, Josh.
Yeah, but at least you're getting what you pay for. You pay for $13 for a movie ticket. You're getting a show.
Yeah, but Josh, our local theater went out of business.
There's other theaters, Patrick.
Yeah, but it's not the same, Josh.
It's not the same, but I want to be culturally relevant when everyone's talking about it this weekend.
Yeah, and I want to bet college basketball.
Who do you got? What's the big games right now?
Tonight? Great question. I got to look at the board today. Went 1-2 last night. What was, I think, 3-1 on Wednesday. No big deal.
No big deal. That is no big deal.
Just giving out winners.
It seems like that, Patrick. We got a big slate of games this week, Patrick. Obviously, 49ers Seahawks starts off the week.
But we got Saturday football back, Josh.
Saturday football, it's a big deal. And, it's a packed weekend full of sports. So you got Saturday football. Sunday morning, 9 a.m., World Cup. Argentina.
I thought it was 11.
Versus France. I think it's 9.
No, it's 10. It's 10.
Meet in the middle.
That's
10
what
o'clock.
it is. It's 10.
And then we have an entire slate of Sunday games. But starting there in the morning, Patrick, France versus Argentina. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm a big Go Soccer guy.
Seems like it.
Big Go soccer guy. I think it's coming home, right? I can't wait to watch England in the final. No, we're going with. I'm actually going to ride Argentina here. I think it's time for Messi to become solidify his position as the best soccer player ever.
Yeah,
and I think Argentina gets it done versus Mbappe and the French national team.
I'm pulling for Messi. Absolutely, I've been on this spot of the internet where I just see emotional Messi edits talking about
That's powerful
how
too. It's powerful.
It's powerful. It makes me go, man, he deserves one. And I do not watch soccer at all, but I think Messi deserves one. Now, this is kind of going against this one dude who has a 14-leg parlay right now,
which is tough to go against.
$500,000 for France. It is the final leg if France wins the World Cup. And I'll tell you what, cash out option right now is like $200,000. Do you take it?
I think you cash out.
But then my problem was, if you cash out on something like that, how stupid do you feel when France wins and then you go?
You don't, because you have $200,000 on what was it, a $5 bet? It was a $20 bet or something?
Yeah, it's something like that. I think it was a free bet too.
Yeah, no, you cash out. This is let's not.
But also to cash out now, it's like this, Patrick. Why not just cash out though when the first 7 legs hit or whatever, how many legs it was, and it's like, oh, $20,000. $20,000 is way more than the $22 that you bet, you know?
Okay, maybe this guy's rich. We don't know.
I don't think he is. If this
research?
guy's rich, then he cares a lot more about this than probably proportionally he should in his life. I've seen this dude every single day.
Yeah, but if you were him, you would be riding the high too.
I mean, not if I'm rich.
Well, okay, here's what it would be very funny if he does this. Rides the high, gets everybody on board for France, right? And then at 9:55, cashes out. Right before the game.
Yeah. I think France is a better team than Argentina.
Right. Of course.
But Argentina's on that run of destiny. So, destiny versus better team. Give me destiny.
Yeah.
All the way.
I like that, Josh.
That's how I go, Patrick.
Give me destiny or give me France. I'll take destiny.
It's like this, Patrick. 2017 Eagles? No, 18 Eagles?
18. Are we talking about Super Bowl Eagles
Super Bowl Eagles.
17, right?
I know that.
17 Eagles winning in 18. That's what I hate about the NFL. It's because the years overlap and then the Super Bowl is a different.
What I know is that was a team of destiny, you know? If you went up against them, that was tough. Mm-hmm. Bengals last year, alleged team of destiny, can't get the job done, so I wouldn't say team of destiny. But
they were I would consider Bengals feel-good story.
Destiny triumphs a lot. And if I'd argue 2012 Ravens, team of destiny. They weren't better than a lot of the teams they faced.
Hey, diddle, diddle, Ray Rice up the middle, Mile High Miracle.
But they had that, whatever it is, that universal factor that just decided that they were going to win those games. Some would call that NFL script writing.
NFL rigged, and that's why the power went out of the Super Bowl.
Some would say that.
Ray Lewis.
I disagree. I think it's destiny. Now, there is a real conversation. Somebody was on Twitter, they're saying, did you know that NFL is actually classified as an entertainment business, which means that they could legally rig games. And if you think that the NFL could legally rig games, I feel like you're stupid. And maybe I'm stupid. But it just feels like anything that you can bet on, it doesn't feel like legally you would be allowed to rig that.
Right.
And this is just me just doing simple math that the gambling industry is one of the most regulated industries in the world.
Very profitable too.
It feels like that's not something you could really rig. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a talking head on the internet.
Right.
Patrick, there's a lot of games this week, and it's a lot of implications for a lot of teams. For instance, Bengals versus Buccaneers, huge. Ravens versus Browns. Ravens lose, Bengals win.
Boom, flip them.
We're talking about
Flip.
Bengals
3 seed.
top of the division, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like that's the case for just a lot of teams. What games are you looking out for this week? And what games should we keep a close eye on?
Yeah, Josh, I think a huge game that we have to keep an eye out for is that Dolphins-Bills game, because I think this is a huge like legitimacy test for the Dolphins. Okay, the Dolphins have not looked great the last few weeks.
They have not looked great at all.
They have not. But if you go into Buffalo, Josh, dare I say not even win, but just show that you look competent. Dolphins aren't a team I want to play in the playoffs. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
I mean, fair. I don't know if they can overcome the cold. You know, if you can't perform in 55-degree temperatures without a heater, what are you going to be able to do? In the cold. I don't even know. Honestly, I think Tua stays home because he likes the warm weather so much.
What would that mean? Teddy Two Gloves, Bridgewater?
Probably. Wouldn't be surprised. They might have just as good a chance if that actually did happen, though, because
I think
Tua's not playing great.
Well, what if
Tua was an MVP candidate at one point, and now Tua's...
Yeah.
I mean, he, in 2 weeks, solidified that he is not in that conversation. And I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, and like here's the thing is, if you're the Dolphins, do you just think about just running Tyreek Hill like every play? I mean, look at what happened last week with the fumble recovery. I mean, the guy's absolutely electric.
Yeah. I mean, that is a chance.
Is Tyreek Hill a better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa? We don't know.
I don't know. I imagine that Tyreek Hill could do whatever he puts his mind to. That being said, if you think Kyler Murray gets jokes, Tyreek Hill plays quarterback. He's gonna get buried. That's just how it goes.
True.
That's just how it goes. And then another game, like you mentioned, Patrick, Giants, Commanders.
Mm-hmm. Left hand up. Did you know, Josh, this is the game where they're doing a performance live there. You know that, right?
That's
Changes
what I
everything.
hear.
You got to hammer the Commanders here, because when you get the left hand up, who are we? The whole stadium singing, the Commanders. You got to hammer that. It's a live performance.
Yeah.
Josh, I think it's an obvious pick this weekend. Take Heineke and the Commanders.
I don't know, Patrick. As much as I want to be a Commanders and root for the Commanders,
the song's electric.
The song is great. It feels like the Giants I feel like they have a better team still. And I think that the Commanders winning is completely dependent on Heineke not sucking, and he just plays pretty mediocre most weeks. And if Saquon Barkley shows up remotely, it's game over.
Josh, what if I told you the Giants are not good?
I would say that they're not good compared to a lot of the league, but I'd say compared to the Commanders, I think Commanders are frauds. I think the Commanders' winning tie streak is all fluke.
Let's put it like this. Would love to see them tie again.
That'd be great.
It would be awesome. It's like, well, who won the regular season battle? Actually, no one. We tied both games.
Yeah. I think that'd be. I'm definitely pulling for that. Last game on the docket, Patrick, and this game is not going to get as much media attention as it maybe should.
Not getting the buzz.
Lions Jets.
This is
Lions
fun.
Are one. So if they're going to be half game back, I'm pretty sure if they win this week and another team loses.
Well, it has to be the Giants or the Commanders.
Probably.
Unless they tie.
And so, in the same instance, both these teams are on that edge. Mike White playing great.
He's a tough guy. Mike White, tough guy. I think we can officially say that,
Jared Goff
right?
playing great. That's the game I'm excited to watch. And this is why I'm glad the Saturday, Sunday, Monday schedule of football is great for me. Because then there's games I could be watching on Sunday that normally would not be able to watch because I'm watching the Ravens.
It's a red zone day for me on Sunday, Josh. It's a red zone day. You
Do you have red zone?
Yes.
Good for you, man.
Yes.
Not me.
It's paid. It's part of the college plan. That's what.
That's sweet. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, you build it into the budget. I
mean, who you got? You got Lions winning this game? I have Lions.
This is what I have. I have Lions Jets. Circle that. That's fun. I'm going with Mike White. As much as I've been out on him, I'm back in. Back in, Josh.
I just completely disagree with that. I think that.
What if I told you the Lions?
Mike White, I think, plays well. He's tough. He's a tough son of a gun. But I'll tell you what. If I know anything, I know that I would not want to play that Detroit team right now.
Okay. You just did two complete opposite arguments.
What's the argument?
You did the Giants have played terrible, but you go they're still good, and then the Lions have a defeated record, but you go they're playing good, so I don't want to play them.
Well,
pick a side, Josh. That's all I'm saying.
I think situations are situational, and Giants better team. I think they can show up against the Commanders, and I think Detroit better team, and they're playing well. So it's like I'm not flipping sides.
The Jets defense is good though. I really think the Jets do win this game.
We'll see. But anyway, that's the show. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and any other medium in which you can ingest this show. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you Friday for another episode. Today's Friday, Patrick.
Yeah, so you'll see you later today for another episode.
I'll see you Monday for another episode. And I'll see probably for Monday for another episode.
Well, because it's the 12 days of Pixmas.
Well, that kind of, listen, I found out.
Yeah, let's talk through this one.
I don't have a pick in me every day.
Are you serious?
I don't.
Okay, so you essentially, break, look, I land in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay? And I go, France wins by 2. I go, the curse is over.
I did.
And then you just give up.
But the thing is, because here's why. I wanted to get hot for picks and pancakes.
But you haven't. You picked one game.
I know, and I feel like I'm hot now. 1-0 is hot. That's undefeated.
It's true. Since picks and or since 12 days of picks, well, it's not even a thing anymore.
It could be a thing. It's a thing when I decide to make it a thing.
Right. It's a convenience thing.
Yeah.
Okay, good talk, Josh.
Yep, it's good. Anyway,
okay.
See you guys.